Well, good morning, Pam, and thank you for agreeing to doing this group leaders interview. So it's the walking group. Now, tell us, what do you do? The name may give it away a bit, but what do you do in the walking group?
Yes, we do walk, but not too far for people. So the walks are normally 3 to 4 miles. We chose to have them on a Sunday because there were so many other U3A groups going on in the week, and that seemed a good time. So yes, we generally do a couple of hours walking with a coffee stop or water stop, and then some of us have lunch afterwards.
Sounds lovely. And what else do people need to know about the group? Any special skills they need?
No, they need to have good walking boots. They need to bring water with them. But other than that, unless they've got any sort of medical things that I need to actually know about, I take a first aid kit just in case, but we haven't used it so far. So all good. So anybody's welcome really, as long as they can sort of do about 3 miles plus.
Okay. So do you want to tell us what happens in a typical meeting? If I decided to come along to the next walk, what could I expect?
Okay, so we arrange a time to meet up. It's normally about 10 o'clock in the morning to start at 10:15. So I send all the group members an email telling them where we've got to start off, telling them where the toilets are, which is a bit crucial, although we normally have woods at some point, so we could shoot off there. So when you turn up, we're very welcoming of new members, and we have our start. I tell people a little bit about, if there's any hills or any stiles, I warn people in advance in the email. But this latest one we didn't have any major things, so it was just a question of where we meet up, what time. Oh, car parking. Yeah, car parking. I try and sort out a car park and tell people what they might need to bring. And yeah, that's it really. And people just chat with each other and walk at their own pace, and we're a very friendly group.
And what about information about the local environment or things to see on the route you've chosen?
Well, this latest one we did, it was quite funny because a new man came who used to live near Stanmere, and actually he didn't know a couple of things that I was taking them to. So yes, I like wrecking walks, so I've always dived off and seen if there's any information boards or, anything of interest, and just give them a quick read out, because we might take a long while if everybody read them individually.
And you said you end with a meal. What's that like?
Well, it's normally a pub. It's normally a pub lunch. So I book a table. I think the most we've had is 14 so far for lunch, and the least we've had is 5. So I ring up a pub and I find out, if they can have us, and give them approximate numbers, and then firm up numbers a little bit nearer the time. Don't normally have to order in advance or anything. And usually this time, because we were at Stanmere, we went to a tea room, so it was helpful for them to do that. But because they, very busy at lunchtime. Mm-hmm. But normally, we just order our food and enjoy a nice meal, and some of us a glass of wine, and it's very pleasant.
How often do you meet?
Once a month. Yes, once a month on a Sunday. There's no set date, because I'm a Liverpool football supporter, and so it all has to be based on when the matches are. So we've just had one this Sunday, and there's then going to be another one on the 4th of September, not just because of football matches, just because I happen to be going away. So yeah, they're a little bit ad hoc, but I normally give people a couple of dates in advance so they can put them in their diaries.
Okay, so you need to have sensible walking shoes.
You do, yes.
You need to be able to get there, so either a lift or a car.
Oh, now that's another thing. Yes, we do offer lifts. I mean, that's partly because not everybody's got a car, petrol costs, car parking charges. Yeah, just environmentally better, really. So yeah, we do share lifts. So I normally remember to put in the email, if anybody needs a lift, let me know.
Right.
But it's not just me giving lifts. Other members give lifts, depending on which direction we're going, east or west.
And you don't have to go to the lunch. You can go off if you want to.
No, you don't have to go for lunch. And I try and choose somewhere with lunch where you can have like a Sunday roast, which is more expensive, but also there are lighter options. So, money shouldn't be a huge issue.
Okay. Now, those are the end of my questions. Is there anything else you'd like to add about the group, which I haven't asked you?
That's difficult. No, just that they're a really nice group of people and of different walking abilities, really. But yeah, 3 to 4 miles seems to be the sort of right sort of, yeah. And if it's really rainy, we wouldn't go. And I cancelled one because of extreme heat. Because, one, I can't recce in extreme heat, and also, yeah, it would just be too hot. Also, Daphne, somebody who helped me set up the group with a lady called Chris, has led a walk. So people are very welcome to lead a walk if they would like to. And yeah, I'd encourage them to do that.
That's great.
And anybody's welcome to, if they can't make the Sunday, I normally let people know when the recce is, and if they wanted to do that, they could do that instead.
That's great. Thank you very much, Pam.
Okay.